Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Insider Financial Talks Penny Stocks. My name is Alex Carlson. I will be your host today. I am the editor-in-chief of InsiderFinancial.com, and today we are going to be discussing 4 penny stocks on the move: CLWD, IQST, SUNW, and TTOO. But before we get into that, we have a few housekeeping issues. We have no business relationship with any company whose stock is mentioned in this video. Insider Financial and myself are not investment advisors, and this video does not provide investment advice. Always do your own research, make your own investment decisions, or consult with your nearest financial advisor. This video is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. This video is meant for informational and educational purposes only and does not provide investment advice. With that out of the way, remember to go and smash the thumbs up button. Hit the red subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. The little notification bell will let you know when we go live with a new video. Also remember to go over to signup.insiderfinancial.com. This is where our subscribers get first look at stocks that we are going to be covering, stocks like NEO, MMMEDF, ENZC, TSNP. We always alert our subscribers before our regular readers, so this is the advantage of having a subscription to InsiderFinancial.com, and the best part is that it's free. Once you enter your email, you'll be directed to a sign-up page. There, if you are in the US, you can sign up for real-time SMS alerts. If you are outside the US, don't worry, you will still get our emails. It is not us, it is our SMS provider. They only work for US numbers. We are looking to correct that. When we have a solution, we will let everyone know. And with that out of the way, let's dive right in. If the first few trading days of 2021 are the sign of things to come, this is going to be a big year. We're going to make a lot of money. 4 stocks on the move are CloudCommerce, CLWD on the OTC markets, IQSTEL, which is IQST on the OTC markets, Sunworks, SUNW on the NASDAQ, and T2 Biosystems on the NASDAQ. And before we get into covering each, we like to explain a little bit, how to trade penny stocks, and part of what we do in these videos, it's also about education, because in the end, you are your own portfolio manager. It comes down to you to make your own buy and sell decisions. That's where you will become most successful, and that's how you will last in this business a long time. The most important thing, the way we trade, we really stress positions. It's important to be patient. We know a lot of you have day jobs. You don't have time to be looking at the markets all the time. This way, the service that we provide, we help you with finding we do the research and find the stocks for you. We're looking to find the momentum before it happens. And then, like as we said, just wait, be patient. The key is, approach these markets like you are your own venture capitalist. What do I mean by this? A venture capitalist, they take their portfolio, they invest across 10 or 20 different companies. Some of them will go bankrupt, some of them will go to zero, but the winners they'll get 10, 20 times their money, and the winners more than make up for the losers. That's why it's very important to be diversified. For some, that can be owning as many as 10 to 20 or even more penny stocks. And I'll tell you why it's so important. If we give you two stocks as an example, one may go to zero, but the other one goes up 20-fold. So if you only invested in the one that went to zero, you lost money. If you invested in both, well, okay, you lost money in one, but in the other one that went up 20-fold, you more than made up for what you lost in the first one. And anyone that says you're not going to lose money in penny stocks, they have no idea what they're talking about. First of all, some of these companies will go bust, or they'll trade, in the double zeros, triple zeros for a long time. It's really important to understand that, you really need to be diversified, and just understand that, it's not like blue chips. You're not buying Berkshire Hathaway. These are speculative investments, but if you are diversified and have a portfolio, you will crush the market indices. So just keep that in mind. I've been doing this 25 years. I've had my share of losers. Anyone that says they don't lose money in penny stocks, again, they have no clue what they're talking about. But if you want to last and you want to make a lot of money, diversify, have a portfolio, and it's important to own more of what's working and less of what's not. And that's why we cover what's working more so than what's not. So, again, the four that we're going to cover, they've already made some big moves. Look at the move on CLWD. This has gone from 1 cent to over 12 cents. This is a 12-bagger. IQST, this has been another tremendous runner. SUNW, another one making new highs, and TTOO making new highs. Guys, if you missed these runs, don't go chasing. If you really like these companies, it's best off throwing in bids below the market. Buy the dips, sell the rips. It's a common swing trading strategy, but we don't recommend chasing. Chasing is when you can become a bag holder. So that is important to not go chasing. For folks here, that if you are looking to day trade, we are not day traders. We're very upfront about that. It just, for me, it doesn't suit my personality. I don't like the intraday moves the markets make. It's a stressful type of trading, and I've traded everything: futures, currencies, you name it, through the dot-com bubble. I prefer position trading. It's the Warren Buffett style of investing. That's what works for me. I enjoy doing research, finding good quality companies, trying to buy the dip, buy low, and then just wait. That's what works for me. And that's not for everyone. I mean, the key is, if you are a newbie, find what works for you. And, if you want to day trade, we highly recommend the folks over at True Trading Group. There's a link in the article, and also in the description. There's that sign up link. They'd go live every night at 8:30, Monday through Thursday, after the bell on Friday. They got a chat room for all their members. The team there, head trader Mike Edward, he really knows what he's talking about. And it's a different style of trading. Again, they were trading SUNW today. They're in at 8. Our subscribers are in at 3. But they caught the move today. So they're all about catching the short-term moves, whereas we're trying to catch the bigger moves. But it's a way, if you want to supplement your income and you have the time to day trade, we highly recommend you check out the folks at True Trading Group. And when it comes to penny stocks, as we try to say, there's a bull market. There's always a bull market somewhere. And that's why, 2 of the stocks we're covering today are OTCs, 2 are NASDAQ. We really hate when traders pigeonhole themselves and say, oh, I'm only an OTC trader, or I'm only a NASDAQ NYSE penny stock trader. You're putting yourself in a corner. There's always opportunities, and it's best if you give yourself the flexibility to trade and invest in all markets. For instance, last year, for the first half of 2020, it was much more profitable to trade the NASDAQ pennies than OTC. And this is where, we got our subscribers positioned, and we caught the runs in SRNE, NEO, INO, IBO, Workhorse, and many others. And then, once the summer came, many of those COVID runners, SRNE, INO, IBO, they failed to find the momentum. And that's when we pivoted to OTC and we caught some runs in TSNP, ENZC, and MMEDF. And by allowing that flexibility, the last half of 2020, particularly the Q4, was one of the best we've ever experienced, and it was all the OTC. We were getting 10, 20, 50. TSNP was at one point was up to 35 cents, which is over 35,000% gains. I mean, these are unheard of. It was just a record-breaking quarter, and congrats to all who caught that move. As we've starting 2021 right now, we recommend straddling both OTC and NASDAQ. That's why we're covering two from each. Bitcoin crypto plays have been making huge moves, very volatile, but been a lot of money made first few days. With Joe Biden coming into the White House and Democrats taking control of the Senate, we're seeing cannabis and green energy plays catching bids. So, position yourself accordingly. And, these are the things that we are looking at for our subscribers. Moving on, let's get started here with penny stock number 1, CLWD. We talked about CLWD last week in one of our articles on January 9th. We also, you can check out our channel, and on 3 days ago we talked about CLWD, and this one the momentum has just continued. So congrats if you caught that, and also you can go back and, like I said, check out our video, which will include link to the description below. And as we said in our video, the news from CLWD was indeed big news. Its swarm solution can cut advertising costs by as much as 50% for online advertisers. We ourselves, we're an online media company. We know the value of this. Just recently, Uber disclosed that its ads weren't converting, and then after further experimenting, Uber found that a full 2/3 of its ad budget, $100 million, wasn't needed. And this is where CloudCommerce's swarm solution is the answer for Uber's problems and many other companies. And this is why the stock is running, and it can keep running. And the best part is it's got a small market cap. It's just 43 million. So this one has a lot more room to run. We expect some more press releases to come down the pike. We really like this one, but if you missed it, don't go chasing it up here. It closed near the highs. We could see some more follow through on tomorrow. But typically, it depends on how that momentum is. A lot of times you get a lot of people with big gains. They sell into that spike. So just be cautious. And, if you miss the move, don't worry. You could always buy dips. And there's also others that are going to start running. So, we look through hundreds of penny stocks every week. And there's no shortage of potential runners. So that's why we really like the penny stock market. Moving on, penny stock number 2 is IQST. We first talked about IQST back in October when it was trading at just 6 cents a share. Here is our article. We said IQST, an undervalued opportunity. Everything there is dated, written post on October 28th, and you can come and check the chart and see where it was trading. So October 28th. You can see here was it's 6 cents, 7 cents. So it's just been a tremendous runner. We even said last week that IQST was still incredibly cheap. If you bought it even last week, you're up 100% again. So this has just been another tremendous runner, and we congratulate everyone that got our alert and followed our alert and stuck with it. And that's why we say to be patient. This came out in October, but it took 2.5 months for it to play out. But when it did, it played out big time. So again, it pays to be patient. If you're diversified, you're not stressing holding the position. And right now, if you look at the news on IQST, it's just firing on all cylinders. The company is forecasting 60.5 million in revenue for this year. This is a 40% revenue growth target. It's driven by expansion of the company's new FinTech and Internet of Things divisions. FinTech, IoT, these are two hot buzzwords, hot sectors to be in, and IQST is really taking advantage of this enthusiasm. And we really like that IQST, they have a history of beating expectations. They reported 44.8 million in revenue last year, and they were forecasting 42 million. So they beat it by 2.8 million. Whenever a company is beating revenue per forecast, that tells you management knows what they're doing and they're delivering. They have a Visa prepaid debit card service that's expected to generate revenue over 5 years of 45 million to 128 million with EBITDA margins of 30 to 40%. So this is a profitable, high gross margins, and that's what we really like about it. IQST is also a blockchain play with its B-Chain subsidiary. But what we think is most exciting right now, what's gassing the stock, is the company's eliminating debt and preparing to uplist. So, whenever you get uplisting news, a company's working towards that. This is a company that's going to keep running. And finally, it's just got a market cap of 19 million, forecast to do 60 million in revenue this year. I mean, if this isn't cheap, we don't know what is. So this is one that needs to be on your radar. Again, if you miss the move, look to wait for the sell-off and buy the dips. Moving on, penny stock number 3 is SUNW. It's no longer a penny stock, but it was when we first brought it to the attention of our subscribers and readers back in October. On October 8th, let's see where it was back then. October 8th, this was at $3, it closed at $3.58. So you're up over 300% had you bought and held on to it. And for those of you, if you missed the initial spike here, it then dipped down to under $3. So it gave you plenty of opportunity if you missed the original alert. And that's why it's important to buy dips. Don't go chasing, because there's always retracements, and you'll always get another opportunity to buy. So don't go chasing. And what we talked about, it was SUNW was due to merge with PEC, but that deal fell apart in November, and we feel it's for the best that the deal fell apart, as there's more value remaining independent. And, SUNW, PEC, and all the solar companies, they've caught a bid as the Democrats have taken control. We think that solar plays like SUNW are going to keep running. And, for those of you that have been in SUNW for a long time, they know, the big overhang on SUNW has been management. It needed better management. The most common word we heard when talking to folks about Chairman Chuck Cargill was he's a freaking moron, or fucking moron, whatever part of my language. But there's a new CEO, Galen Morris, and this is an opportunity for a reset, and this is a key reason why SUNW is running this week. With a market cap of just 200 million and 6% of the float short, and the shorts are piling in. So as of the close today, we're sure that this figure's low. It's much higher. It's probably getting close to 10% of the float. We expect SUNW to keep climbing as the shorts get squeezed. And lastly, for those that got in below 3 on our alert, congratulations. Again, this is how you make money in penny stocks. And for those of you that say, oh, we're Monday morning quarterbacking or whatever, bullshit. I mean, everything here we're laying out in detail, date, timestamp. You can go and look at us. I mean, we're not here to give you the next runner. You want the next runner, go to signup.insiderfinancial.com and, see for yourself. We're all about, results, and we'll show you what we can deliver for our subscribers. So, don't get mad at us if you missed these. moving on, and lastly is penny stock number 4, TTOO. We first covered TTOO last March for our subscribers, and when the stock was under 40 cents a share. You go over here, March 25th, written post on March 25th, date and time stamped. You go over here, March 25th, where was it back then? Scroll over here, and it was 39 cents. So, again, it took some time. We got a few spikes, but this is another one that really paid off. And if you look at first of all, if you look at the chart, let's explain what's going on here. We then did a follow-up and said that it was about to make a big move. This was in June, but each time we've run into this major resistance at 220. Back in July, we ran into it. August, we ran into it, and just yesterday, we ran into 220. We need a close above 220. Just piercing it and coming back down doesn't count. We need a close above 220. So that's what you need to watch out for on TTOO. And the news that they released is big news, and we think that this could really get the stock moving, especially if it closes above 220. Its testing panel is capable of detecting the new multiple variants of the COVID-19 virus that's been identified in the UK, South Africa, and the US. The company said it now showed its testing panel could detect 99.99% of all SARS-CoV-2 viruses based on sequence alignments and a specific analysis of sequences for the variants found in the UK and South Africa. So it doesn't get any more accurate than 99.99%. So this is huge news. And we think that this can really get the stock going, and as they get these testing panels out into the marketplace, will bring in revenues. And it says here the panel provides results in under 2 hours, utilizing an upper respiratory swab sample, and the test could drive revenue for years. If hospitals are utilizing other capabilities once the device is installed. So this one is really making some great news, and we really like what this one's doing. But again, it needs to close above the 220, preferably 225 area, and then we're going to see some momentum. And to sum all this up, bottom line, these 4 penny stocks are hot right now. There's always opportunities. And that's why we sift through hundreds of penny stocks every week, and we're looking for not today's bull market, but tomorrow and next week's bull markets. The key is being patient and getting in before the crowd. And as if you miss these, be patient, and if you really like these stocks, buy the dip, throw in bids below the dip, and wait for your orders to get filled. Use limit orders, and all it takes is 1 or 2 to become a CLWD, an IQST, a SUNW, or a TTOO, and you've crushed the market indices for the year. So again, don't be afraid of penny stocks. Educate yourself. Learn about diversification, not being too heavy into one. Look, if you threw $1,000 into TSNP and you're sitting on 180 grand and that's the majority of your portfolio, congrats. That's being too heavy in a profitable position is a good thing. I'm talking about your hard-earned cash. So if you have $10,000 to invest, you don't want 9,000 in one and 1,000 in another. That's where you can really get hurt if the one you got 9 grand in goes to zero. So that's why it's important to spread the risk, understand they're volatile, and if you go in with that mindset, you will be fine. And I think that's about it, folks. So we're on the hunt. We're going to be alerting here towards the end of the week, and we got a few things on our radar. So remember to go over to signup.insider financial to get our alert. Best part is it's free. hit that subscribe button. We're going to be coming live to you each day with a new video. So again, we thank everyone for subscribing, for watching our channel, reading our articles, all the support you've given us. We'll include links to all the articles in the description. Lastly, it's be safe out there with COVID. Wear a mask, social distance, protect your loved ones. We will get through this, and 2020. If 2020 was any indication, in the first few days of 2021, it's going to be a big 2021, and we're excited what this is going to bring for our subscribers. So take care, be safe, and we'll be coming live to you soon, shortly. Thank you again. Bye-bye.